I showed up at my fiancée's office to surprise her and saw her kissing a coworker in the parking lot. When I walked up, she turned pale and shouted, "Why are you here? You're stalking me." She called security and had me escorted out. I recorded the entire thing. A week later, she was at my door with that same coworker, screaming that I had ruined their lives. I didn't say a word. I just hit play on the video. Again, there are moments that change you forever. Mine happened in a corporate parking lot. Camera rolling, watching the woman I was supposed to marry destroy everything we'd built. I'm Tyler, 33, and I work in logistics for a shipping company. 2 years ago, I met Amanda, 31, at a mutual friend's birthday party. She was beautiful, driven, and worked as a marketing coordinator at a mid-sized consulting firm. We clicked instantly. 8 months ago, we got engaged. Last Tuesday, I finished my route early and thought I'd surprise Amanda at her office. In the 2 years we've been together, I'd only done that maybe twice. Amanda always seemed nervous about mixing work and personal life, saying her company was strict about professionalism. Still, I figured lunch together would be a nice gesture. I pulled into her company's parking lot around 2:30 p.m., looking for her blue Honda. I spotted it parked near the back under some trees. As I got closer, I noticed someone was in the passenger seat. That someone was on top of my fiancée. They were going at it like teenagers, completely lost in each other. This wasn't just a kiss. There were hands everywhere. He was gripping her hair. She was pulling at his shirt. In 2 years, I'd never seen Amanda that passionate about anything. I felt like the floor dropped out from under me. I pulled out my phone, started recording, and walked toward the car, my hands shaking with fury. I was about 10 feet away when Amanda noticed me through the windshield. Her face went from flushed and excited to ghost white in an instant. She shoved the guy off her and scrambled to fix her clothes. As I got closer, still recording, she jumped out of the car looking frantic, and instead of explaining or even apologizing, she said something that knocked the wind out of me. "What are you doing here? Why are you following me?" I stopped in my tracks. "Following you? Amanda, what the hell is going on?" That's when she started yelling loud enough for half the parking lot to hear. "You're stalking me. I told you to leave me alone." Someone called security. The guy, tall, clean-cut, probably mid-30s, got out of the car and moved between us like he was some kind of hero. "Hey, buddy, back off. She told you to leave." I looked at him, stunned. "Stalking? Dude, she's my fiancée. We live together." Amanda started crying. Fake tears, the kind I'd seen her use to get out of speeding tickets. "He won't leave me alone," she sobbed. "He's been harassing me for weeks." The guy's face tightened. "You heard her. Get lost before I make you." That was it. I snapped. I moved toward them, phone still recording. "Make me? You're screwing my fiancée in a parking lot, and you're going to make me." Employees had started gathering, drawn in by Amanda's performance. She was playing it perfectly, talking about restraining orders, acting like she was terrified. Within minutes, 2 security guards showed up. Amanda ran to them like she was being rescued. "He's stalking me. He won't leave me alone. Please make him leave." I tried to explain to the guards who I was, that this was all a misunderstanding, that we were engaged. But Amanda was convincing, and I looked like the crazy ex making a scene. One of the guards stepped forward and said, "Sir, we need you to leave the premises immediately. This is insane. Amanda, tell them the truth." She shook her head, wiping away fake tears. "I don't know what he's talking about. Please, just make him go away." I hesitated, still in shock. The guards took an arm each and led me to the parking lot exit. Not violently, but firmly. Message received. I sat in my car for 20 minutes, watching Amanda and her coworker casually walk back into the building like nothing had happened. The drive home was a blur. I kept playing the video over and over, making sure I had everything. Amanda's betrayal, her panic, the lies, his threats. When I got home, I started planning. Amanda had always kept her work life separate. I'd met only a handful of her coworkers at company events, and only for a moment or two. She always said it was company policy. Now I knew the real reason. Hard to keep up a secret affair when people know you're engaged. That evening, I went through our shared laptop. I found deleted browser history, cleared chat logs, classic cheater behavior. But Amanda wasn't nearly as tech-savvy as she thought. I used basic file recovery software to pull up deleted emails. What I found made my stomach turn. Emails between her and a guy, Derek, going back for months. At first, innocent flirting, then explicit plans to meet in the parking lot. She'd been carefully deleting them, but not thoroughly enough. Turns out Derek didn't even know Amanda was engaged. She told him she was single, just getting out of a bad relationship. He thought I was some deranged ex. But he wasn't innocent either. His messages showed he got off on the drama. He liked playing the hero, suggested meeting at work because of the thrill, and encouraged Amanda to keep everything secret. When Amanda got home that night, she acted like nothing had happened. "Hey, babe, how was your day?" I almost laughed in her face. "Interesting. Yours?" "Oh, same old office drama." I'm exhausted. I let her lie to me for 3 more days while I got everything in order. I saw a lawyer, confirmed that the video was perfectly legal since it was recorded in a public space. I made copies and backed it up in multiple places. Then I started researching Derek and Amanda's company. Derek Martinez, 34, senior consultant, divorced last year. His social media was full of posts about standing up for women, being a protector. Their company had a strict fraternization policy. Relationships had to be disclosed to HR, especially if one person supervised the other. Derek was Amanda's supervisor. Exactly 1 week after it all went down, I put my plan into motion. I sent an anonymous email to their HR department and CEO. The subject line was simple: employee misconduct, evidence available. I didn't send the video directly, but I described the incident. I mentioned the affair taking place during work hours on company property between a supervisor and subordinate. I stated I had video evidence and would provide it if needed. I also let our friends and family know what really happened. I didn't go on a smear campaign. I just told the truth. When people asked, I shared the video privately. That was enough. Amanda and Derek showed up at my apartment that weekend shouting that I had destroyed their lives. I didn't say a word. I didn't release the video to shame Amanda. I was just done pretending like everything was fine. The footage told the whole story. Amanda caught in an intimate moment with another man, followed shortly by her accusing me of stalking her. Then there was Derek stepping in like a hero, threatening me and physically confronting me, all without knowing the full truth. I didn't add any commentary or dramatic narrative. I simply posted, "This happened last Tuesday. Decide for yourself." It didn't take long before my phone lit up with messages from friends and family. Amanda's side heard about it too. She came home that evening visibly shaken. My mom called me in tears, asking what I had done. I stayed calm, sitting on the couch watching TV, and replied, "Just showed her some footage from your workplace." Over the next few days, things escalated quickly. Several mutual friends confirmed that Amanda's company had launched an internal investigation. Derek was suspended while things were looked into, and Amanda was put on administrative leave. The whole process took around 2 weeks. HR interviewed employees, went through internal communications, and reviewed security footage from the building. Eventually, both Amanda and Derek were fired. Their employers cited violations of company ethics and fraternization policies. Amanda showed up at my place soon after, Derek at her side. They both looked exhausted, clearly worn down by the consequences. Derek especially looked like he'd aged 10 years, probably just realizing how much he'd lost over something he hadn't even known was technically cheating. Amanda didn't wait for me to say anything. "You need to fix this," she shouted as soon as I cracked the door open. Derek tried to loom over me as if intimidation would work. "You ruined my career over some misunderstanding," he said. I calmly took out my phone, opened the video, and hit play. I held the screen up for them to see. There it was, everything. Their encounter in the car, Amanda's tearful accusations, Derek's threats, and me being dragged away by security. "Misunderstanding," I said, looking straight at Derek. "Did you know she was engaged while you were messing around with her in the company parking lot?" His expression changed the moment the reality hit him. Amanda started crying again, this time For real. Derek, I was going to tell you. I was leaving him anyway. He turned to her, disgusted. You told me you were single. You said he was some ex who wouldn't move on. I am leaving him, she said desperately. We can still be together. Derek looked at her, then back at the phone, and it was like he finally saw her for who she really was. You destroyed my career for this, he muttered. I got suspended because of your lies. Then, without another word, he walked away, leaving Amanda standing there alone. Tyler, please, she begged. We can fix this. I'll do anything. I stopped the video and pocketed my phone. You already did everything, I said. You made your choice in that parking lot. And then you made it again when you had me dragged away like some criminal. Then I shut the door and locked it. She pounded on it for a good 10 minutes, switching between threats and pleads. I turned up the volume on the TV and waited for her to finally give up. The following day, it was confirmed that both Amanda and Derek had been terminated. Misuse of company property and inappropriate conduct were cited, and in Derek's case, previous disciplinary issues contributed to his dismissal. Amanda moved out that weekend. We had a calm, practical talk about logistics. The lease was under my name, and she couldn't afford it on her own. She packed up her personal belongings and the few pieces of furniture she brought into the relationship. She left the engagement ring on the kitchen counter with a handwritten note. I'm sorry it ended this way. I consulted a lawyer about the ring. Since the breakup was due to infidelity, I was legally allowed to keep it. I sold it and put the money toward down payment on a motorcycle. Now, 2 months later, life is finally back in order. Amanda is working a lower-paying job at a small marketing firm. Derek, I hear from mutual acquaintances, is still unemployed and dealing with a custody battle that's only gotten worse since he lost his job. People sometimes ask if I feel bad for Derek, since he didn't know Amanda was engaged. My answer is simple. He made his own choices. He put his hands on me, threatened me, and knowingly got involved in a workplace relationship that violated policies, all because he liked the adrenaline of it. Some lessons come at a cost. He paid his. Amanda learned that lies eventually catch up with you, and actions always carry a price. As for me, I'm dating again, carefully this time. I'm more attuned to red flags, more grounded. The apartment feels quieter, more peaceful, without Amanda's chaos in it. Occasionally, I watch that video, not out of spite, but as a reminder. It shows who people are when they think no one's watching, and what they're capable of when they get caught. To answer the most common questions I've gotten since the video spread. Yes, the video was entirely legal. It was taken in a public parking lot where there's no expectation of privacy. No, I don't feel bad about Derek losing his job. He was Amanda's supervisor, fully aware of company policies, and still made his choices. And no, I didn't share any intimate footage. The clip I sent to family and friends only included the public confrontation, not the private moments in the car. Amanda's parents were heartbroken. They'd been helping us plan the wedding. Her father even called to apologize for her behavior. That call hit harder than anything Amanda ever said. And yes, I kept the ring, sold it, bought a motorcycle. Because sometimes moving on isn't just the best choice. It's the most satisfying kind of revenge. 3 months later, things are even better. I've met someone new. Sarah. She's a teacher, warm-hearted, grounded, and unlike Amanda, not afraid to be seen with me. She introduces me to her colleagues and seems genuinely proud to have me in her life. Amanda tried to reach out again through a mutual friend, saying she was getting therapy and wanted closure. I sent one message back. The video says everything. There's nothing more to say. Derek, as far as I know, moved back to his hometown. He's working at his uncle's auto shop now. The job market wasn't kind to him after everything. People sometimes ask if I planned all this, but I didn't. I just made sure the truth came to light. What they did with it, that was their decision. The best part of the whole ordeal? Realizing I'm stronger than I ever thought. Sometimes the chapters of your life that end in flames are exactly what you need, so the next ones can start fresh and quietly.